yeah, we're gonna go through this process. So, first I chopped up the sample, in different parts. You know what I mean? As you can see, I'm going through on the screen here. So I chopped up the sample. I created this program. You know, all my samples are on this program pretty much, and I just hit it and it pulls up whatever sample that I spliced. But I did it in a non-destructive mode, so it keeps the pattern with the sample in one fine piece. And then I warped it so I can make it any tempo. Basically, when you warp the sample on the MPC, you can make it to where when you switch the tempo, it automatically switches the sample with it. So yeah. So I came up with this part. Okay, that's what I came up with that. You know what I mean? So then I'm gonna show you how I played it and just solo it out so you can just hear it. This is just part one of the sequence. That shit sounds dope, right? You wouldn't think that to get that from that song, but dope. So that was part one, right? So then, I go to, another part. I think I just added a crash in here or something. So, that's just a crash that plays at certain parts. And then we'll go to 3. I think this is the snares. It's one snare that I have in here at least, See, when I make my production, I always take into account, because I'm an engineer too, right? So I always take into account for tracking out my beats. So I usually definitely working on the MP is pretty easy to do. Either if I get a groove in my head, I'll pull up my my kit or make the kit, and then I'll play it, and then I'll copy and paste the kit on different tracks, and then erase one piece of the instrument that I want off of the track. So I'll erase the kick off of one part, the snare off the next part, to have each on their own track, like I'm showing you now. So I can solo everything out, and everything is on its own track. So then we had the snare, and then I think this is the kick, the kick that I have, a kick that I have compressed the way that I want. Then I think this is another snare. I think I lace these snares a lot. I do that a lot to come up with a creative sound, So there's the other snare. You guys can see on the screen what I'm doing, but this is all made straight. I can use my computer, but why when I have the touch connected to my computer and have all the advantages on there? So this is just another snare. Another snare played different ways, right? I'm just showing you, the different things, that I put together. Another crash that plays at certain parts. The toms that play, played the toms. And I'm one of them guys that, I don't copy MIDI loops and shit like that, bro. I do everything like when I make the beat, you know what I mean? I make my own fucking loops. I do my own drums. I do all that shit. So there's no like copy and paste with fucking me. You know what I mean? So we got that there, the toms. We got some hi-hats here. I play hi-hats a certain way, Let's see, we got some more hats here. And these are all separate, separate tracks for different hats, because, when I pull it over to Pro Tools and go to mix it, then I can really, do a lot of things and get busy with it and separate it if I have to. Okay, we have Electric Warrior here. This is the guitar that I played with the sample, mind you, so. That's why I said, like, I don't just sample. I actually play the instrument too, over my samples a lot of times when I sample. So that was the electric guitar that we have there from Contact. And then we have another electric guitar lace that comes at another time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Just a weird added effect, that gives it some character. And when you hear it all together, it makes sense. It's another electric guitar that I added. Well, it's not electric guitar. I'm sorry. This is a organ that I added in. Um, but yeah, all of them say electric warrior because that was the first one. But yeah, it's an organ that I added in from Contact, and this is some 808 bass that I put in there. You know, also from Contact. This is another like solid. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it, but it's like a solid like sub bass along with 808s too. Let's see. So that's basically all the tracks. Played solo together. Now that's just sequence one, and then I have a couple sequences where it switches up. But I'll play the sequence, I played them all separate. So now I'll play it all together so you can hear how it sounds like all together. It's pretty cool. So you see how it all like comes together when you combined it, and to y'all it just sounds like, oh, it's just a sample, but let me, I'll mute the sample, and then you can hear what I played and put in there. So like I said, yeah, it's just not just a sample, right? So then, what a lot of times what I'll do is on the MP, it's just easy for you to hit this right here, and then you just copy that sequence that you have made. You know what I mean? So because I like every track to be the same, I want to remember where my snare was and where my kick was on each track, because this is just the basic format of the start of the production, what I'm going to use. You know what I mean? So then I gotta switch it up and make it into like a song format. So a couple different patterns that'll be different. So I copied and pasted, and then I did something a little different in this page. These two patterns are just the intro. I mean, that's pattern 1. Pattern 2 is the intro. 3 was just something I was fucking around with. And then so we go to part 2. This is second part. Like I said, every sound is still on here. We scroll through. All of them are, we'll scroll through. They're all still lined up the same. And if there was anything extra, maybe like on 16 or another track that wasn't used, but I think we went all the way to 16. I think 17 gets used when I do the song. But, so then we'll play the second part. It's the second part. So you hear like it's just a little subtle difference in the production. You know what I mean? From one part to the second part. Then we'll do a third part. So yeah, you see how, so I got the breakdown, the different parts of the production, right? So then what I would do is just, like I said, I created the intro, which is this. So like I said, that's the intro, right? So then I would go to, after I was done there, I would hit my menu button and then go to song mode. And the song is already done up because I already made it. So these are the different parts of my song. And then I would just hit, add the parts in and hit convert the sequence. And then it will convert to the song. from how I put it together. So you see how I structured it together. Now, once I'm done that, then this is the song mode. In song mode, I did a little bit more switch ups too. Let's see if y'all can pick it up by just listening to it. But let's see if y'all can pick it up on different things that I did in song mode as well to make it stick out more. Now, this is just like part one of my production. I usually, give guys like a basic format of the production and everything. And then once everything is done, then that's the reason why I have the stems, of course, because I made it. But then I can go in and do some drops certain places wherever they said something that requires the beat to be taken out, or maybe something a little extra to be added in, or something to be changed up or switched up or whatever. But I basically give artists a basic format and a layout of the production, and then you take it from there. It's not like, oh, the hook has to be here or the verse has to be here or whatever. I usually have it formatted to maybe 12/8 or 16/8. But just because it's formatted like that doesn't mean if you do it a different way, good music's not going to come out of it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I can always change up to how your lyrics are. You know what I mean? That's the thing about a producer like me. And when you work with a producer, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, not for nothing, a lot of guys do it, and there's nothing wrong with it, but instead of just, downloading shit off YouTube, even when you like pay for the beat and you get the stems, it's still, trying to have a good idea of, to work with the producer that's actually making the beats, because he might hear it and, add his input and say, yeah, you can add a drop here or do something that might make the song stick out in the creative idea that he was thinking of when he made the production. So, but when you work with an exclusive producer like me, that's, what usually happens. You know what I mean? That's the reason why, all my work that's up is not like on YouTube a lot or anything. I'm not like a YouTube beat guy. Like, I got albums that are on YouTube from artists and like production albums that I actually put out from, like beat albums. And most of the music that you hear that comes from me is when artists drop it. It's not like you can go on YouTube and find my beats. You can find a few, you know what I'm saying, ones I put up that I published as like records for, albums that I did. But you're not going to find them be able to like a normal YouTube shit. You're not going to be able to find my shit like that. You got to, get with me. I'm exclusive. But anyway, I'm just running my trap. Check it. So check this out. Let me know what you think overall, how everything went, and let's get it, man. So yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this little breakdown. You know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed this little breakdown on production and, how I do things. You know what I mean? It's dope to know that, I just don't, like I said, I just don't sample people. I just don't sample. I play a lot of things in a sample and, also go about ways to try to get things cleared and shit. So, but let's get it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out of coffee, so that's going to be the end today. I got to get some more coffee and then, do a couple other things. But I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. This is the Knox, man. I'm signing off. check me out, man. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my Instagram. Definitely hit me up on Instagram if you guys are interested in production or getting your shit mixed and mastered, or you're interested in doing work with me. Just holla at me, man. That's it. Just DM me. I'll shoot you my number, and then we can just get busy, man. All right, man. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.